back to another video. My name is Alizaya and I'm your favorite black transsexual. Get up into the big prayer, whatever. I'm back. How y'all doing, girl? You already know what this black transsexual is having to do, girl. She is having to push out this content for my Bookie Bears because, girl, you know you can never let the channel die on my soul, girl. Put in that effort. Before we get to today's video, girl, because I have a confession to make and I want to sit over here and be real and I actually want to talk about my feelings and I want to talk about everything that I'm personally going through, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you will never find another black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the big prayer, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on my soul. So I've been gone from YouTube for a couple of days because, you know, life has literally changed before my very eyes and I'm very scarred, I'm very damaged, and I'm very heartbroken, and I'm going through a lot of things personally in my personal life. But I wanted to be honest with you guys and I wanted to talk to you guys personally, and I want to start off by saying I truly feel like you don't need anyone's validation in your trans journey because not everyone is going to understand you. I feel that this world is going back in time, and I feel like, you know, our community, you know, it's so social media driven and it's just so toxic now. Every time you try to open up and every time you try to sit over here and voice something that you do not like about this community, it's transphobic this, transphobic that, and like for me, I always say this, as a trans woman myself, you get what I mean, I'm 19 years old. I'm not going to back down for anything, and I'm not going to let anybody control my emotions because I control my emotions. I walk my destiny. I'm walking my own path, and it's very hard, you get what I mean? But I want to sit over here and say that my community, I truly don't understand how, you know, how do I say this? I'm disappointed in the world for the way that people treat trans people because I'm seeing it constantly, day after day after day. This is signed, this is in order, this is taking place. It's so crazy to me. I truly don't understand it. We literally have so many things that are going on in our country right now where people are literally taking away our rights before our very eyes, and people act like it's not going to affect them. It might not affect you, but it could affect your family member. You truly don't know that, and it just hurts me because people act like we're not human beings, and it just makes me so mad. It makes me so mad, and lately I've been feeling so sad about that because it's like, it's not that I'm feeling like, you know, my life is over. It's that I know that everybody else's lives might get over, like everybody else's life might, you know, get taken away from them, because I know me, girl, I'm not gonna let nobody take away my shine. I'm not gonna let nobody take away my light because I'm black and I'm trans and I'm beautiful, and I put that on everything I love. Transphobia isn't nothing new, and I've had to deal with this for the entirety of my life since I came out as trans. And you know, it's extremely hard nowadays for me to sit over here and go around this world being myself, because a lot of people demonize me, and a lot of people sit over here and say that I'm trying to cosplay as a girl, that I need to turn myself to God, that I need to do this, that I need to do that, and I need to sit over here and find help, and I need to seek help. And a lot of people look at trans people and say that we need, you know, help, that we need to go to therapy, that we need, you know, mental evaluations and stuff like that. I truly feel like this is from the bottom of my heart. I truly feel that being trans isn't a choice, because this is the hardest journey that anybody could go through. And I've always said that this is the hardest thing that I've ever had to go through in my entire life. And it's very hard because I don't have a mother now, and it's very hard because I don't have friends now, and it's very hard that I don't have nobody to talk to about my feelings, that I don't have nobody to talk to about my emotions, because like nobody gets me, and that's not for, you know, everybody to understand. I understand myself, and that's why I keep fighting to keep pushing myself to move forward. And to be honest with you, I'm very drained, and I feel very drained every time I get off of work, every time I go into work. Like, I'm becoming a brokenhearted person because everyone is always confused on why I call myself a homosexual black trans woman. And a lot of people look at that and be like, oh, you're just a cross-dresser, or you're just this, you're just that. Maybe I just like being a part of the LGBTQ community. Maybe I just like the word homosexual. I just think that's just so iconic. I think being a transsexual is just so iconic. And for me, I truly understand that I'm not like most trans women. I'm very different from your typical, stereotypical trans women. I stand out from most trans women. I stand out from most people in general because I'm Alizaya, and this is what makes me me. And for me, I understand that I have feelings, and I understand that I move a different way from society, and I love very differently. I don't sit over here and like DLs. I don't like DL relationships. relationships. I don't like people to sit over here and hide me and always keep me, in the back burner and only text me when they want to sit over here and get in my drawers, and they only want to sit over here and beat in my walls and stuff like that. I'm not looking for that. That's not the type of love language that I'm looking for. And I understand that most trans women, maybe that's all they know, that's the only attention they can get. But I truly say this, like, everybody has the same 24 hours as Beyonce. It's going to happen. Like, you're literally going to make it if you just keep pushing yourself. And I've been telling myself that for the longest. Just keep fighting, keep just doing what makes you happy. But it's hard, because I deeply feel inside my heart that, it's hard being myself, because, sometimes I want to be a stereotypical trans woman, because I see most trans women have the surgeries. I see most trans women have the hormones. And for me, I don't want hormones. For me, I don't see myself getting on hormones, because I want kids. When you have hormones and when you're on hormones for a long period of time, you can't sit over here and, reach the top of the mountain like a normal human being. You can't sit over here and have the satisfactions of a regular human being who aren't on those hormones. You can't sit over here and produce a child, because you can become infertile. And that's something that nobody wants to talk about when you're taking hormones. And for me, I realized I was becoming infertile. That's another reason why I took off, my hormones, and I stopped, taking my prescriptions and stuff like that, because I was like, I want children. I really want to bring life into this world. I want to have a mini me in this world. I want to sit over here and have a beautiful child, because I'm very beautiful. And to make sure to see, a beautiful human being call you mama, call you papa, to call you your parent, like, that's just so beautiful, because my mother gave me life. My mother gave me the world, and the world is beyond my control, but it's just so beautiful to explore. It's just so beautiful to experience. It's just so beautiful to create life. And that's why, for me, I look at it, and I say this a lot. I look at myself and I'm like, do I really want these surgeries? Do I really want to sit over here and change myself to fit society's beauty standard? And then I realized, no, I truly don't want to do that, because I look at it like this. I'm very beautiful with or without hormones, with or without surgeries, with or without anything that everybody else has, because this is my path. And it's not even pertaining to my looks, just my aura, just my spirit, just me as a human being. It's just what makes me so beautiful, and that's what makes me stand out. I don't look the stereotypical way from from everybody else. I just look like me, and I love looking like me. And I love my other trans women. I love my other dolls who look like them, because it's just such a unique feeling. It's just so unexplainable. It just makes me so emotional, to be honest with you, because I don't know how to express my feelings. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to tell people how I'm feeling. And it really damaged me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was getting on camera the other day when I was on live, and I was joking about what happened to me in that alleyway with that man. But that scarred me. That literally scarred me. Y'all are thinking what y'all are thinking. No, I'm good, girl. But it's just the fact that could have happened like that. It did happen. It's not that it didn't happen. It did happen. That man took control of me, and I felt so hopeless. I felt like I couldn't cry, and I was starting to cry when he was on top of me, and he was trying to force himself, and it just made me so damaged. It felt like I was losing myself. And when there was a little thing against my head, and this man is telling me to be quiet, just take it, it just makes me so emotional. And for the past couple of days, I've been crying about it. Because I don't have nobody to talk to about it. I don't have nobody to tell, my story to. I don't have nobody to talk to. And, I've been looking at it, and I've been looking at myself, and I'm like, I don't have a mom. Like, in times like these where you really need people, and I really need somebody to really feel close to, I don't have the person that I truly, really used to love in my life. My mother is gone, and, I put it to aside her death, and I've been acting like, she's not dead, and I'm just like, oh, like, yeah, let's just forget about it. But, like, I like to bury my feelings. I like to act like it's not bothering me, but it's been bothering me for a couple of days, because it's like my life could have been gone. I could not be here still. And the fact that I'm still here means that I have a purpose. And the fact that I'm still here just means that I'm meant to do something in my life, and I'm meant to just sit over here and bring life into this world, because it's hard. It's very hard to be yourself, and it's very hard for people to understand you because people just don't understand that you're a human being, and that's what makes me so emotional. It's not even pertaining to my transness, it's not even pertaining to me being trans, it's just pertaining to like the hatred in this world. I don't understand it. I truly don't, because people look at you and act like you're not a human being with feelings, and people look at you and act like you don't have something for yourself, that you're just, you're just such a freaking alien, and like you're an alien in society. People don't understand you, and people don't want to open up their minds and try to hear your story. They just like, oh, you're trans, oh, you're gay, you need to go to HEL, like you just need to do this, you just need to do that, you need to, like, it's just so let's laugh. It's just so draining. It's very draining, and I don't like crying. I don't like, tearing up about this stuff, but it's been beating me up. This whole experience with that guy just beat me up. Like, I laughed about it, and everybody was telling me, like, I need to go to the police. Y'all don't understand that I'm black and I'm trans and I'm in Texas. Y'all don't understand that. I can't just go into a police station without no evidence, and you saying that I need to go get the swab. How can I go get a swab when I already brushed my teeth and I try to get rid of all that nasty aura? Because when stuff like that happens, it's not the first time that happened to me. This has happened multiple times. Like, this is nothing brand new. Like, this happens to trans women on the daily. This happens to human beings on the daily. This is nothing new. But it's stuff like that. It just warps me. And it's like, I live in a conservative town. So for me, a dark-skinned black trans woman to go into the police station and be like, hey, I have something that I need to tell y'all. They're going to look at me. They're going to laugh at me because I don't have no evidence, and they're going to think that I'm lying. And it's sad. There's resources out here, but I feel like just nobody truly understands me. And I feel like if I was to open up and tell people how I truly feel, people are never going to understand the depth of what I'm talking about. They might be like, oh yeah, let's just cheer up, let's look on the bright side. How can I look on the bright side when I experienced it? You didn't experience it. And that's what I'm trying to get across to, I don't even know, like, it's beating me up. I only wanted to sit over here and get on hormones because everybody was telling me, when are you going to start hormones? When are you going to, pop them on? When are you going to sit over here and finally get into your trans journey? I understand that that's not my path right now. And I'm going to have to be honest with y'all. I really feel like that's a big confession that I had to come to terms with myself. That's not the journey that I'm on right now. The journey is to fight through life. The journey is to survive. I had to make sure that I'm alive and I'm well alive. You get what I mean? I have to make sure that I'm an adult. I'm a growing adult. I'm only 19 years old. I still have so much more to learn in life. And I had to make sure before I get on hormones, I have the finances for it. I don't have the finances for it. An extra $50 out of my check is a lot. It might not be a lot to you, but it's a lot for me because I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to put myself on a pedestal, and I'm trying to sit over here and make sure that I grind and get to where I want to be. I don't want to be in Texas. I don't want to be somewhere where people don't understand me. I want to be around a community of people who understand me because I've never had that in my life. And that's what makes me so sad. That's what makes me so heartbroken, because I never had that true love. I never had that true affection. I never had that true community, that true bond with a friend. I never had anybody to truly express my feelings to, because it's so hard being trans. It's so hard being yourself because everybody truly doesn't understand you. And I understand that. For me, my life isn't for people to understand. My life is for me to understand. And I have to understand, Alizé, you're going to have to stop sitting over here beating yourself up that some people are unsubscribing. Some people don't like you. Who cares that those people don't like you? It's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, this is your life. At the end of the day, you're walking your path. And at the end of the day, as long as you're inspiring people and you're inspiring yourself to keep going, that's what really matters in this world. I feel uncomfortable sometimes being a trans woman without hormones, because I know, like, in the community, everybody's going to label me as a cross-dresser. Everybody's going to label me as a gay man playing dress up when I'm not that. And, for me as a trans woman, me not having hormones doesn't make me any less valid as a trans woman. I've always wanted to be trans. I transitioned to be myself. You get what I mean? I always say this: you shouldn't transition for any validation. For a man's validation, for society's validation, for you to sit over here and pass, because you're not going to pass 24/7, even with all the surgeries, even with all the hormones, even with all these things that everybody is hyping up, it's not going to make you truly happy if you truly don't make yourself happy. And I transitioned, you know, to make myself happy, because this is what I've always wanted to do, and this is what makes me comfortable in my skin. And I understand that, you know, this is what makes me me. I just hate living in a country where everybody is telling me that, you know, I'm less valid, and that my identity is a joke, and that I deserve certain things to happen to me. Because I remember reading some of my live comments, you know, I tried to scroll past it and not cry on that live. You know, I saw somebody say something like, you deserve that, because you didn't turn yourself to It's like, you truly don't understand me. You're just seeing a version of me. You don't understand who Alizea is. Nobody understands who Alizea is. Nobody will ever understand who Alizea is. And that's not for y'all to understand. This is for me to understand. But my life is so hard, and my life is like, how do I say this without, you know, like, I'm trying to think while I speak, but like, my life is just ghetto. It's just very ghetto right now, and I'm at my lowest. And pertaining to what I'm trying to say, like, when I be saying, like, get into the ghetto-ness, get into the homosexualness, I literally think being a homosexual is the most beautiful thing on this planet. Being a transsexual is the most beautiful thing on the planet. Like, it's just so much beauty that comes with you and your identity, and you and your journey as a human being, who is very different from the typical general public human being, or the general public. Like, it's just so beautiful to just be yourself. And I just think that there's so much beauty in just being yourself and not caring about what people think. But I know it's very hard for you not to care about what people think. I know it's very hard to get through life and not to respond to hate comments. I understand that, and I understand that for me. Like, my name is Alizea, okay? I want to say this loud and proud. I only live once, so eventually I do want to get on hormones. You know, that's, you know, the end goal, but I'm not financially ready, you get what I mean? But I understand that a lot of people truly don't understand in this community that having hormones is a privilege. Having, you know, access to health care is a privilege. Having access to the privilege to pass is a privilege. That's a privilege. And people say, oh, it's not a privilege, I worked so hard for it. Don't sit over here and down yourself and say that you didn't work hard for that. You did work hard for that. But I'm saying most trans women will never get to experience that because of their situation. You got to understand that you can't be thinking so selfish in society. You can't be thinking so selfish in this world, because if you're thinking so selfish, you acting like that can't happen to you. Eventually it will happen to you. You always got to put out good karma in this world, because if you don't put good karma in this world, bad karma is going to happen to you. And I realized that. I realized that very young. I took advantage of my mother. I took advantage of her kindness. I took advantage of her wisdom. I took advantage of just her as a human being. And I regret that decision. I regret not giving my mother the hugs and the kisses and just talking to her and talking through my transition. It's just so hard, and I get so emotional over it. Like, I really get so emotional over it. I've been crying for the past couple of days over it. Like, I just been saying, like, I want my mom. Like, I don't want nobody else. I just want my mom. I want a hug. I truly want a physical hug from somebody who I actually genuinely like, or I truly genuinely love. Like, I just want to hug somebody and just cry to somebody and just be like, you know, it's hard. And I just want to just let it all out. I just want to let it all out, because how do I say this? You know, you're going to constantly have to keep fighting. You're going to have to constantly keep pushing yourself to get to where you want to be, because this journey is never going to stop. Your journey as a trans person is never going to stop. When you come out as trans, you're always going to have to always fight through the hate crimes, always fight through the bullying, always have to fight through the cyberbullying, the cyber attacks, always, you know, the ridicule of your transition. But I understand that these people don't understand me, and it's not for them to understand. It's for them to get educated on and for them to learn. And if they don't want to learn, if they don't want to open their mind up, they can get hit by a bag of bricks and move on about their day. I truly, absolutely don't care. I say this very openly. I live my life for me, and I love my absolute self. I love being a Black trans woman, because this is exactly what makes me me. And I say this a lot. I'm at my lowest, but I'm never going to give up on anything that I dream of, because you only live once. And I said this a lot, like, you never know when you're not going to be here on this planet. So I say this, why are you not doing what makes you happy? Why are you not trying to complete your goals? You only get one life. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting those 24 hours that God is giving you. Stop wasting those 24 hours that the universe is giving you. You are here for a reason. Even when you're at your lowest, you just got to keep pushing. And I'm telling myself that, especially, and I'm going to look back at this video. I'm going to cry when I look back at this video, but like, while I'm editing this, like, I'm telling myself to just keep fighting. I'm telling myself that you're here for a reason, that you're going to make it, and put on that smile. Be the woman and be the trans woman that everybody knows and loves, because it's like, girl, you only live once, and you're very beautiful. You're very unique. You're just you, and that's just, it's so unexplainable. It's just you being you, and that's what makes you you. And I'm exhausted from life, and I'm tired of seeing our community get perceived as a mental illness, and everyone who isn't trans or who is trans, you know, how do I say this without being controversial, girl? But everyone who is trans is always being singled out because the public, you know, doesn't understand us and doesn't want to open up their mind. It's sad. Like, we see it every single time on the Shade Room. We see it every single time in the blogs. We see it every single time we get on the internet. It's another trans woman getting taken off this planet because somebody couldn't understand the feelings that they have for that trans woman, and they like, you know what, I don't want to be seen with you. This is just gay. This is just this is just that. And that's why I openly say that, you know what, if I'm a homosexual, if I'm a transsexual, whatever you perceive me as, that's what you're going to perceive me as, because I love being a transsexual. I love being a homosexual. I just love being myself. And this is going to be very controversial for me to say, but like, how do I say this? A lot of trans women who are actual transsexuals, who have went through the surgeries, who have went through those hormones, and who have put in that effort and put in that money and put in that time for their trans journey to look like the actual woman that they envisioned for themselves, they just sit over here and bury that part of their journey, and they bury that part of their, you know, life. Like, they act like, you know, they're not trans anymore, and they just live their life as a full, complete woman. I don't say that you shouldn't do that, but I say that you shouldn't sit over and act like you aren't trans. You shouldn't do that, because this is what makes you you. Nobody is walking your path. You have to understand that, and I've been saying that for the longest. You are walking your path, and this is exactly what makes you you. And I love being a trans woman. That's why I like to say that I'm a black transsexual. That's why I like to say get into the homosexualness, because if nobody will embrace it, I will. I will embrace it. You might not understand why I'm saying that, but I'm explaining to you why I'm saying it. I embrace being a part of this community. I embrace that this is my journey. I embrace that these are my struggles, and I embrace every part of me, and I embrace every flaw that I have as a trans woman. But I've been saying this for the longest. Like, I didn't wake up and choose to be trans. I chose to just be myself, and I chose to not care about what people think about me. That's what I chose. I didn't want to sit over here and get hate crime, to get mistreated, all because people would never open up their hearts and try to understand that I'm a human being, or just try to understand another human being and their feelings. You get what I mean? Like, I didn't choose to go through this stuff. You get what I mean? But I understand this is a part of my journey. I understand that this is the path that I had to walk in order for me to make it in society. I had to understand that this is just me, and it saddens me that people in our community don't talk about mental health, don't talk about, you know, the things that they go through, don't talk about, you know, events that happen to me and events that happen to them. They don't open up about it because they try to bury it. If you bury your emotions, you don't sit over here and try to express it, and not even express it. If you just don't open up, you're going to eventually crumble down. You're going to eventually hit your lowest again, because you're trying to run away from those dark demons. You're trying to run away from those thoughts, and you're trying to run away from all that negative. You just have to run into the negative head first and just say, I don't care. Like, let's air it out. Let's just let it go. Let's just let it go, because like, I don't want to keep having all this built up trauma, and I don't want to have to keep having all this built up frustration in me, because like, this isn't what defines my trans journey. This is just a part of my trans journey. This is just what makes me me. And I understand that me as a trans woman, I speak up for my community, and I hate seeing influencers who are big, mind you, don't speak up for our community when we need them the most. We need big influencers the most in times like this, when we are truly going through things and we're truly getting eradicated and we're truly getting erased off this planet. We need them now, and nobody wants to speak up. Nobody wants to pick up their cellular device and say, hey, I'm a human being and I'm not going nowhere. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to act like, you know, this ain't a part of me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. I'm in my riches. I'm in with my fame. I got my followers. I got my, you know, coins. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You act like it just can't happen to you. And that's what bothers me the most. Like, literally. And I I don't like to cry and show anyone that I'm bothered and show anyone what I'm going through, because I'm a strong, independent trans woman. But I understand that, you know, if I was to open up and I was to actually express something that's, you know, bothering me, it might, you know, impact somebody else's lives. It might inspire somebody to just not care and just love themselves and just do what it makes them happy. And I'm stuttering because it's like, it's so much going through my head and my mind is racing. But I say this a lot, like, you know, you only live once. And I truly love being a transsexual. It's truly hard being a transsexual person. And that's the reason why, you know, I love being myself. And that's, like I keep saying, I embrace everything about me. You don't need to hide yourself to sit over here and feel safe. And it's sad that you have to do that. Like, you shouldn't need to do that to feel safe and to get treated as a human being. Like, it just bothers me. It just makes me so angry. And I don't know why it makes me so angry, but it just makes me so angry that in society you have to hide that you're trans. You have to sit over here and, you know, always pass. You have to look and fit the beauty standard of a woman, of a trans woman, in order to get taken seriously in this world. And that's ridiculous. That's sad. And girl, not my lash falling off, girl. Call the laws, girl. But it's like, girl, I'm serious when I say this. I love being a trans woman, and I hate that my community, and this is very controversial to me for to say it, but I don't care, girl. I hate that my community doesn't embrace it. I hate that my community doesn't embrace all their flaws. I hate that my community doesn't like to talk about their mental health, and nobody wants to talk about the things that they're going through. I wear my trans identity as a personality. I wear me being trans as a personality because I just love it. I just think me being a trans woman is just what makes me me. It's my niche. It's just who I am. It's my aura. It's just love. It's just me. Like, you're never gonna find another black transsexual like me. You're never gonna find another trans woman like me. You're never gonna find another human being like me. And it's not even pertaining to my gender. It's not even pertaining to my, you know, trans journey. None of that. Like, I just love being myself. And I say this a lot. I'm walking my own path. And I understand that, you know, when I'm doing what makes me truly happy, it attracts people. You get what I mean? And when you're truly just saying, I don't care, like, I'm transgender, this is what makes me me. Like, it just works. It just works for you. I'm going to sum up this little video, but we are all too beautiful to hide ourselves. And I'm tired of hiding myself. I'm tired of hiding the way I truly feel about certain things. And, you know, I'm tired of playing into the dark world and their sick games and truly, you know, caring about what people think about me. If you don't like me, that's fine. Go eat some bricks. Like, I truly don't care, girl. Like, you know, go sniff lovely peaches, girl. I ain't got time for it, girl. No tea, no shade. But I'm so serious when I say this. I truly don't give a crap, and I truly don't care if you don't like me as a trans woman, if you don't support me as a trans woman, if you don't support my trans identity. From here on out, I don't give a fuck. I don't care no more. I truly don't care. I love every bit of me. I embrace all of my flaws. I embrace that I did some very dumb decisions, but I understand that this is a part of my journey. And Alizea, keep pushing yourself forward. Keep pushing yourself to do what makes you truly happy. What truly makes you happy is inspiring people and inspiring yourself and inspiring millions of people to just not care. Just say, forget it. I don't care. Boom shakalaka. This is my life. Boom shakalaka life. I love being myself, and I love wearing my transness. I love wearing my personality. I just love wearing myself. Like, I wear myself as a personality. I don't care. And that's what makes me me. I'm too beautiful to not do what makes me happy. I'm doing what makes me happy. And this is exactly why I'm saying, on the bright side, I'm still alive. On the bright side, I'm still pushing. On the bright side, I'm still kicking. On the bright side, I'm not giving up for nobody. I'm not giving up on myself. You might be in a very dark time. You might, you know, have something going on in your life. You might be very low. You might not feel like, you know, you're getting anywhere, but you are getting somewhere, okay? You're making it, okay? And, you know, how do I say this? You might not fit in society's beauty standards. You might not fit in society. You know, you might not fit the norm, but it's what makes you you, okay? And it's what makes me me. And all I'm going to say is, it's sad that we live in a generation where being trans is just so villainizing, or however you say that ghetto word. But this world is sad. It's sick. I'm tired of it. I'm exhausted. I don't know why this video is so long, but oh well, girl. I just needed to get it off my chest, and I wanted to cry. I truly wanted to cry. Lord, being trans is so ghetto, no tea, no shade, girl. But I love you guys. Please stream Nicki Minaj. If you enjoy me and you enjoy this beautiful face, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, girl. I love you guys. I'm trying my absolute hardest to keep pushing. I'm trying my absolute hardest to keep myself motivated to push out content. I don't want to take breaks. I'm not a type of person to want to take breaks and, you know, to just be stagnant in life. I got to keep pushing. Even if my views are low, even if you don't like me, even if people are unsubscribing, I don't care no more. Boom shakalaka. I'm Alizea. I'm not going nowhere. This is my life. This is my confession. This is what I need to get off my chest. I wanted to get all these feelings off my chest in a video where I can actually, you know, think about what I'm saying and not just ramble. You get what I mean? I love you guys. Stream Nicki Minaj. I gotta go, but I'm gonna talk to you guys later on my soul.